Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 5 and we're going to be tackling the French Riviera circuit, the shorter version, for 30 laps with the Yamaha RD 500LC. So we're going to be doing 30 laps, but I'm going to be discussing the patch notes from today's date. This is the 20th of the 9th, so this is 20th of September 2023, and we do need to discuss the latest patch notes. And there's quite a few things in here, so we've got quite a good amount of lap times to discuss this as well. So if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, then it's the best place to subscribe, because I've got lots more Ride 5 content coming very soon. And to be honest, content every single day. You can't go wrong with that. So anyway, moving on, we now need to start looking at the patch notes. So we're going to start off and I'm just going to read through it with you, and we'll discuss it either after each one or at the end, where I can chat to you in the comments section down below. So first things first, rebalancing of time attacks in career mode. Whether it be the single laps or the long qualifying sessions, they have all been rebalanced in career mode. Now, I'll be honest, I tend to skip any qualifying within the career mode because I'd rather start from the back of the grid, because the 120% difficulty AI just aren't really challenging enough. So I'm hoping that this will be making it a little bit more difficult for those who want to challenge, and for those who don't want to challenge, it will make it more fair. But wow, Valerie Tremblay! Whoa! Wow! Goodness me, I just looked up to see Valerie Tremblay fire herself into the outside of the circuit. That could have been very dangerous. But yeah, moving on. Preservation of UGCs, even in case of lack of connection. Now, my understanding, that is user-generated content. I may or may not be wrong there, but I do believe that's what it's referring to. There is no key on the patch notes, but yeah. So improvements to the UGCs management, increased UGC preview size. So anything that's generated content from the helmets, suits, rider stickers, bike liveries, you name it, should be modified ever so slightly now. Of course, recently we did have the inclusion of the square again. May not matter to those who don't make liveries or helmets, but the square didn't have squared edges. It was a sort of a rhombus, is it? I don't remember the technical terms back in school for the old maths things of shapes and sizes. I don't know, I'm on a tangent here. It's the square without a squared edge. It's a square with a circular edge. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that got added recently on a previous patch, but yeah, that's as all I can see for the user-generated content. Those livery editors out there, so the likes of the Belgian A, Sergio, Fuchs, a few other guys as well that I know, Hades, one of my moderators. If you can tell me what has changed with the user-generated content, then let me know. Because quite honestly, I've been on and I didn't notice a thing, but I don't really make any design, so I guess it doesn't really matter to me too much, but it's worth mentioning nonetheless. Moving on. Improve physics in online races on all platforms. So regardless of your Xbox, PlayStation, or the superior master race of PC, it should be improved online. Now, I didn't recall any difference when playing online, and I can't say I've heard anyone really complain that playing online differs. I'm not entirely sure, and didn't feel different to me, but it's worth mentioning as well. For those on PS5, improved trigger feedback with the traction control, ABS, and anti-wheelie. Now again, I play on PC, so I don't really know too much about the PlayStation 5 side. I have played with the PS5, and I never noticed any issues regarding the electronics. If anything, I guess the vibration felt a little bit weak, but other than that, no real issue with when I played on the PS5 a couple of weeks ago. Now, time trial glitches. Now, of course, this is an interesting one, because time trial has been bugged since Ride 5 came out. Issues with players cutting corners, rewinding during the laps. Now it is my understanding that any sort of invalidation will just completely remove your lap time from anywhere. So, unfortunately, judging by some of the time trials, people have been posting invalid lap times. I don't know how that's been possible, but it has happened on a couple of tracks. So I'm hoping the issue that allowed people using invalid times is going to be over now, and we won't see any of them on the time trials anymore. So big thumbs up from me. I do enjoy doing the time trials, but I don't enjoy seeing people who cheat to get to the top. Considering with the time trials as well, this is not listed here, but I've just noticed since the patch there's been some weird sort of glitches regarding flags and nationalities. So for some reason, if you're British, your nationality and your flag now appears to be Ghanaian. So I don't know why, and I don't know why it's a Ghana flag. I've noticed that South African is Slovenian, I think, or Slovakian, and German is French. So, yeah, a little bit of a bug there, which I'm sure Milestone will fix, but if it's the first time you've seen it, don't worry, no one's changed their nationality, it's just a weird glitch within the game. Now, this one is actually really interesting because it was only a couple of days ago that someone mentioned this in a previous video of mine, and I've mentioned it many times as well. But I believe today, on the 20th of September 2023, the rumble strip glitch may have finally been eradicated. Fixed an issue with persistent sound and haptic feedback after hitting a curb. Now, that was in for 3 years in Ride 4. It made its way to Ride 5. I hope that's it. If we've seen the end of it today, then I'm going to be a happy man because, well, I will be a happy man, but I think deep down I'm going to miss that stupid little glitch. So basically, if you're not aware of what this glitch is basically if you ran onto a curb or rumble strip, the noise would persist whether or not you were still on the curb. So you may do a whole lap and it would not go away until you touch the curb again. You may have experienced this without even knowing it, but yeah, that was a bug that was rather annoying in Ride 4 and still here in Ride 5. But apparently that is now fixed. I'll definitely be trying that in the next couple of videos, so stay tuned for more information. Fixed a bug invalidating single lap qualifying in case of a crash. Now, I don't really understand that because, as far as I'm concerned, whether you crash or not, well, if you crash, I think regardless, if you stay on the track or not, you should be invalidating the lap. It doesn't make sense to continue a lap. So in BSB, if you crash, for example, you drop the bike, you cannot continue. You have to get off the track. Simple as. So, yeah, that's what this says. That invalidating a single lap qualifying in case of a crash. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, if I've read that correctly, it should still be invalid nonetheless. Now, endurance mode has had its issues for many players. I'll be honest, I'm not one of those players who have experienced any issues when it came down to endurance mode. I believe the big issue with endurance mode was the fact that players were using rewind, which was causing the lap counter to misalign and not correctly calculate itself. So I've never used rewind in Ride 5 for endurance, and I don't think I really use it anywhere else, so I never experienced it. But it's important to know that apparently penalties and rewind are now handled correctly when playing in the endurance mode. There's a fixed problem with the pit lane respawn in Le Mans, so just before Recordemont, you go into the pits there, and apparently there was an issue with getting into the pits and then resetting as you exit the pit, going all the way up to the Dunlop chicane. Apparently that's now fixed as well, so that's great. Always happy to hear stuff like that. Fix a problem with incorrect rankings after the AI crossed the finish line. Again, that was referring to the issue with the rewind, where the AI's laps would calculate differently to yours, and then you would find yourself doing a good couple more laps than expected and finding yourself down in last position, or maybe even just halfway down the grid. But regardless, that has now allegedly been fixed. Endurance mode online has now been reworked for the AI attire management. I do appreciate that not many people run the AI online, but I do believe this is referring to just generally, if you add the artificial intelligence to your online races, their AI will be improved now and probably won't just pit at ridiculous times. I know I did my endurance race in Okayama a couple of weeks ago, and for some reason they were pitting three times in the race for no reason whatsoever, so that's going to help if you're using them online. Let me know in the comment section down below if you actually run artificial intelligence online. I tried to do this with Sacred Meerkat a few weeks ago, one of the fastest riders in our server, of course, and he couldn't join the game. It would just glitch out every single time, and no one else could seem to join as well. So I'm hoping for those who do use it, it works correctly for you. Moving on, it's one more point actually for endurance. Apologies, I haven't really done any revision to this. I'm just trying to give you the information as it see fit. But revised pit stop and fuel management for the AI as well. So just to touch base on what I just mentioned a moment ago. Now, at the end of each session on PC, you do see the highlighted pictures at the end of the race. It's just after the replay or just before the replay, you get the key moments, of course. Now on PC, every single time you finish a race, they would be blurry images. They would never work. I thought it was a great feature at first because I wanted to see these and use them for my thumbnails, but yeah, they were all blurry. No matter what, they were blurry. But apparently now it's been fixed. Again, I'm going to have to do some more research and check. I did one earlier, just have a look, and it seemed to be okay, it looked clean. But I'm curious to know if it will work on every track, or if it's just a few other tracks as well. So, yeah, something to mention as well. But moving on now to fixing issues causing unresponsive buttons. Now, this is an interesting one because I bought a new PS5 controller recently. I bought many PS5 controllers with the dual senses, and I was worrying that there was some sort of issue when I played Ride 5 where the trigger wasn't responding. I did the MV Augusta time trial in a couple of, maybe yesterday's video or today, depending on when I upload this video. I think it was yesterday's video. And I did find in a few corners when I actually pressed the brake, the rider wasn't sitting up to lean back, and I just questioned whether VSync was on and I was getting input lag, or if I had an issue with the controller. Now this has been directly issued and addressed, I'm pretty confident that was a case of unresponsive buttons within Ride 5. So I'm glad Milestone have dealt with that, because I experienced that myself and it was annoying. And I think any player can really relate to that and resonate to the fact that when the controller's not working right, or there's some sort of issue you don't know about and it doesn't work, it's infuriating. So that's good to know that it's been fixed. So moving on. Fixed AI problems when re-entering the pits at Snetterton. I can't say I've done any pits at Snetterton yet. Probably going to come up sooner or later in my career mode, but it's something to mention. Don't know what they were doing in Snetterton. I don't know what issue they had, so I can't speak on it. But apparently that's been fixed as well. Fixed incorrect lap count in qualifying with rewind. Again, I don't use rewind, so I don't know if that's any help. But for those who do, let me know in the comments section down below. Let me know what your feelings and thoughts are on today's patch. Now, I can't give you the answers for all of them, but I'm just going to give you the basic patch notes for those who may have not seen any patch notes in Ride 5. Fix the several UI issues in Race Creator and Career Mode. Again, I didn't have any issues with the user interface, but I do notice a slowdown within the Career Mode options. Now, I noticed it was still there when I went on earlier to check. Hopefully that will be optimized better in the future, if I could speak English correctly. And yeah, because it is annoying to have a slowdown in that menu. I'm someone who, I don't know how to say this, but I upgrade my PC a lot. I pay a lot of money to keep it to the highest spec I can afford. And to lose frames to like 30 FPS in a career mode menu is just asinine. It's really stupid. You know, you can play the latest games on the latest specs with ray tracing and you name it, but you can't go in a career mode menu in Ride 5. You see how ridiculous that sounds? So yeah, I really hope that's been fixed, because that is really silly to have it glitch and stutter and just be generally sluggish in the career mode menu. So I hope that's been fixed. But yeah, moving on now to some bike mentions. All the bikes are now correctly shown in the race corrector mode. Now, I did try the race creator mode and I never had any issues, so I'm assuming maybe for those who wanted to create a championship and they were using specific bikes with specific liveries, possibly they weren't loading up properly for the AI, so something definitely to pay attention to. But as I say, I never had an issue with race creator mode. Changing livery in race creator mode now maintain the bike elaboration. Not sure what that means, to be honest, because I guess that's very similar to the one we just mentioned a moment ago. So changing the bike livery and changing the bike would be shown correctly. So I guess it's basically the same thing, but just referring to the livery instead. Improvements on the levels management in editor. I don't do much editing, but if that matters to you, then you'll know what it means. If not, I do believe that's just referring to the way items and scales are done when editing and creating designs, whether it's on the bike, helmets, or even on the suits as well. Fixed a bug with exhaust management for the AI bikes. Now this one's an interesting one, because I do hope this means that the AI will use different exhausts. There is a lot of instances where we get the same bikes with the same exhausts quite a lot in Ride 5, so I would appreciate if the AI start choosing different styles of exhaust to just make things more interesting. So moving, oh goodness me, bit of a mistake going into the second corner for Parmeers, my apologies. And then of course we have Yoshimura exhaust is now displayed correctly on the KTM 1290 Super Duke R from 2019. Now I'll be honest, I haven't got enough credits to buy that bike, so I haven't seen it, but if anyone's got a before and after, please show me, because I'm very curious to see what it looked like before the exhaust was properly detailed on the Super Duke. Fixed rims and tyres positions on specific bikes, the Yamaha MT-07 and the Honda VFR 750R RC30 from 2021. No, that isn't from 2021, that's written incorrectly. It's the Yamaha MT-07, which is from 2021. I have used that Honda and I very much like it, but I can't say I noticed any issues with the tyres. I've got thumbnails with that bike and I've taken screenshots, so I'll scrutinise them in a bit, but I never noticed any difference with the tyres. Maybe they were out of line or anything like that. Not really noticed. Improved AI on the Nordschleife and the Southern 100. I think this one's a necessity. I did try the Southern 100 once or twice and I noticed that, yeah, the AI are just kamikaze into the first corner. They tend to hit the wall on the left hand side and then they hit the wall going into the right hander for the very second corner. So yeah, I'm hoping that has been tweaked and it's a lot better. And I'll definitely take a look at the Nordschleife. I've got to do the Nordschleife very soon, as a matter of fact. 5 laps of the Nordschleife with the Halewood bike, recommended many times from Lime Crow in the comment section. Sorry, Lime Cow in the comment section down below. Last couple of things to mention then before I can actually get on with the commentary for this video. Added the brake discs in the pit stop cutscenes. Again, I can't say I noticed that one. These are like minor fixes, but I know some people are really serious about stuff like that, so if the ultimate experience hasn't been matched and met, then there's wow, goodness me, I wasn't expecting him to be so slow upon the acceleration there, my apologies, but yeah, brake discs are now in pit stops. Any cutscenes you should get for the pit stops, they'll be showing up correctly there. Fixed the name of the Ninja ZX-14R from 2021, fixed bugs in spectator mode, and rebalancing of the lighting in main menu. Again, it must have been a very small adjustment because I didn't notice anything in the main menu. And fixed bugs in spectator mode could be anything because I'm yet to spectate anyone. So that's basically the rundown of the patch notes. There was quite a lot in there, so I apologise for just literally reading it all out. But yeah, this has been the update for PlayStation, Xbox Series S and X, Epic Games if you happen to buy it on there, and Steam of course. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. So I'm keen now to start getting on with the commentary for this one. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the latest patch. Have you got any sort of complaints or anything you need to bring up? Because I would be curious to know. And finally, what is it fixed for you? And if it's a good patch, let me know, because it sounds great. But I can only give you my feedback from my opinion, and I haven't really delved into some of those things. You know, I don't use a rewind, for example. Endurance modes, I had no issues. The race creator seemed fine, and I don't want to be that person to be like, everything's fine, everything's cool, when actually there is problems, it's just that I don't know about them. So let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll get to you in the comments. But for now, let's start chasing down the rest of the pack. My goal here is to lap all of them. Now, I did have a great start in this video. I was able to overtake quite a couple of them, but 2 crashes so far. Yeah, I do need to really push, and something that wasn't mentioned in the patch notes, which it's got me a little bit concerned. I noticed in this video that the riders are using stock tyres, and I'm on slicks. I have a significant boost in performance points against the AI, and I don't know why it does this. I noticed it in career mode, I noticed in a video recently where I did again quite a lot of laps. The AI just seemed to avoid using slick tyres sometimes, and I don't really know why. But I am a little bit disappointed to not see that in the patch notes, so we'll see what happens. Let's hope they start using it, and just like everyone, I wish for the AI to be a little bit more intelligent, to actually use the intelligence of the name, artificial intelligence. Sometimes it can be great, sometimes I can preempt their moves and I know that they're going to go for a lunge and I can give space, and then sometimes they're just absolutely mental. They can be ridiculous sometimes, but look at the 3 of us here. I'm trying to get on through, but can't do it against the Honda or the Aprilia, but I guess we're going to go through the middle and take over. Well, I say take over for 3rd or 4th, but it's not. It's like 11th place, and we're not even in 11th. We're lapping these guys. So, no harm from me. Oh, beautiful. Outside, round the outside, back up on the inside overtake as the lights go out. And that's something else to mention. there's been no mention regarding the stutter that you get on PC when the lights go on. So when the lights go on, because it's gotten dark, for some reason the game stutters tremendously. And I think you might have seen it in this video already. Sad to see that it hasn't been patched. Maybe it has been. Maybe it was a silent patch. Who knows? We'll figure out in the future. But as I say, this video was recorded a couple of days ago when Milestone had service issues, did server issues. And that's why, unfortunately, I'm not using any of my own personal helmets. I was using a Shark helmet, which was made by Sergio23, but unfortunately, due to having no online connection, due to the errors on the server, I was given Scott Redding's helmet. So, fine by me. It's a good helmet. Any Shark helmet's pretty nice, to be honest. And coincidentally, I've just seen that Scott Redding has signed with the Bonovo Action team in BMW for World Superbike. So, dropping out of the factory team, but my understanding is that both teams are going to have full factory support, so you've effectively got 4 factory BMW riders. I think that's a great idea. I think that's the best way to start developing the bike and pushing the performance up to the highest level. So good job to BMW Motorrad. But across the line in a moment's time, this could be a good lap now. It is a good lap. We're up by 45,000th of a second. Good performance, good show for the man who's leading the way. Now, as I say earlier on, the in time trial, the nationalities are different, but thankfully my nationality is safe in this one. I'm still very much British. Born in the northwest of England, of course. Look at that for a lunge up on the inside into turn 5. Haha! Beautifully done. Up on the rider in 6th position. I'd just seen the name there, but it didn't even register what name it was, so I'll just move on for now. We're down by 2.5 tenths of a second as we launch that attack. 10 laps in this Grand Prix remaining, or let's say 9.5, let's say, as we now go hard onto the brakes and move into the left-hand side. There is Valerie Tremblay. Of course, we've seen her at the beginning of this video almost die, but it seems to be she's doing okay now. So, Valerie, if you're watching, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, if anyone else enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe as well. And of course, if you're still here at this stage of the video, you must have enjoyed something, so you might as well click subscribe. And I can guarantee that I have videos every single day, so it does make sense to hit that subscribe button if you can. So now into the left-hand side for turn 1. I'm going to go nice and early on the brakes here. We have Consta Koskinen there, and actually these two symbolise my final overtakes of today's video. Yeah, there's no way we can catch up to 20th place after this. What? Sabina, very well played. How she stayed up on that motorcycle, I have no idea, but good play to the Italian lady. So we now bring on the power. If I can get Sabina Ferry slipstream here, we might be improving the lap time. What am I talking about? Of course we're not going to be improving the lap time. 5 tenths of a second behind already as we go firm on the anchors, diving into the left-hand side for turn 8. Sorry. Job well done. I don't think we can catch up to 20th again. And for some reason my video keeps sticking here, so every now and again I'm losing a bit of footage to commentate on. So right now it's completely stuck. Thank you, Vegas Pro 17. I do not know why I still continue to use this editing software, but yeah, issues are having already. And if you follow me on Instagram, you may know already that I have posted quite a few times that Vegas has crashed during some recording session or another. So yeah, thanks Vegas, but back off the tangent, let me try and recapture the footage. But with having the screen back again, so basically what happens, it just sticks. It's just very, very stuttery. If anyone is a video editor and you use Vegas, if you use footage with a massive amount of bitrate like I've got, yeah, it does tend to struggle. But look at that, up by 3 tenths of a second into the second split, or first split. There's only 2 splits in this particular race here, or is it 3 splits? No, I think it's just the 2. So into the left-hand side, bring on the power. I'm feeling confident about this one, you know. Oh, really tight to the apex there, back across to the right-hand side. Don't hit the brakes there, but just reduce acceleration. It does seem to carry the momentum into the corner, but across the line here, it is going to be a 104.1. Wow! The 103 is potentially possible in today's video. We've discussed the patch notes. We've watched crashes. We've crashed a couple of times ourselves. I've had my video software freeze, and generally I've waffled on a lot, and yet we could be looking at a 103. I'd be quite content with that one, I really would. Are we still going fast on this lap though? The soft front and soft rear looks fine, no major issue with the tyre temperatures. And into the first split, up by 0.2 of a second. This could be the 103. Make it happen. Onto the brakes we go. A little bit too early. I thought I did better on the previous lap, but still very tight to the apex and rather clean. Close to the right-hand side again, and there goes Vegas. It's just stuttered once more. So back to it. Into the left-hand side. Keep it in, keep it in. Oh, very tight there. Get onto the power. Is this going to be a 103? It's the same lap time again. Wow. How did we lose that 0.2 of a second? Oh, I'm not braked enough there. Oh, damn it. Oh, gotta say, I'm really disappointed. I've crashed so many times in this video. I hate crashing and I've done it too much. This was meant to be 30 laps of pure consistency as a car pips its horn outside. Apologies if you heard that. And it hasn't been consistent at all, and yeah, I think I'm going to do better next time. I feel good in this track and I feel really good with this bike, but I'm disappointed with the amount of crashes and, well, not only just me on the bike, but also the crashes on Vegas. I think I've got to change some stuff very soon. And also, if you did hear that car horn, I probably do need to change the settings on my microphone. I've noticed it's gone quite sensitive, really, so it's getting louder and louder, so I'll definitely tweak that, or maybe just invest in a brand new microphone myself. I'm not sure. I'd like something with a bit more quality, because now I tend to shout and I get excited and you can hear it in the background, and I think we're at a stage now where we need to start improving that content. But anyway, that's food for thought and something I'll discuss with myself in the future. But across the line, we aren't going to improve, but now we need to get back to it. Last couple of laps before we messed that one up was a 104.101. We actually matched it 2 times in a row, so let's see if we can get the 103. I'll be disappointed if we end this video with 6 laps to go and we don't have the 103. It's going to be more than 30 minutes this video because of the amount of crashes and mistakes I've had, but I can assure you that'll be the last crash. I'm not going to do it again. Quote me if I do crash again, but I don't think I will. I'm pretty confident in my abilities now. Across the first sector, down by 0.3 of a second. Okay, not great, but we've got to get back into the rhythm again. Big crash a moment ago gives us a chance to start losing the inhibitions of crashing and start focusing on trying to be even faster, because let's be honest, we're a whole lap ahead. We don't need to worry about what the AI is going to be doing here. We can crash every single lap now, but we'll still get the victory. Wow, that was really close to the wall there. Made myself tense up for nothing. And again there, wow, really close to the line as we go across this time. Oh, 104.201. Only 1/10 of a second slower than the previous best, which was set a couple of laps ago. Good effort with the RD500LC. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but there's a guy in Warrington where I live who rides this Yamaha RD500, and I do see him quite often. And I gotta say, it's a terrific bike in person. It's definitely a bike I'd want to have in the future. I don't know if I've mentioned that already, but yeah, if for whatever reason that gentleman is watching this video now, shout out to you, RD500 man. But anyway, onto the brakes we go. Trying to go as late as we possibly can now. Little bit wide. Does that pay off though, going a bit wide and then pull it in tight? Pretty solid. And just to mention as well, how much better that corner is here in Ride 5 compared to Ride 4. It was a death trap in Ride 4. It was like an instant crash if you weren't careful. But here, oh, it's good. It's really good. You can trail brake, you can move, it's really nice. But anyway, across the line, it is a bad lap time, a 104.867. Not to the standards we were setting a moment ago, but it's okay because we're approaching a back marker for the second time in this race. And Valerie Tremblay has somehow moved up to second place. So good job to the French lady. But my interest here is Jade Ramsey ahead of us. If we stay close enough, we might be able to get a good bit of slipstream here to put us into the 103s. I mean, we're not quite in the slipstream, but we're up by 99,000th of a second. If we get the braking right here and Jade does not get into our way, oh, a little bit in our position there. Well, I did think about going around the outside, but nonetheless, we're going up on the through. Quick change direction, back across to the left-hand side, hug the wall, and back to the right-hander again. Is this going to be enough for a 103? I don't feel like I carried enough speed into that corner there. But here we go, moment of truth across the line. It's a 104.269, so still not improving from the 104.101. I really want that 103, and there goes the subscribe button. Ah! Who do I blame for that? I'm not blaming me or the subscribe button. God damn it, I can't believe I crashed again. That is ridiculous. I'm just not doing very well here. I'm disappointed. Very disappointed in myself for this one. At least the main purpose of this video was the patch notes, I guess. I've got that to fall back on. But this only gives us now 2 laps to improve on the 104.101. And I really don't want to give up on this video until we get the 103. And now I can't do any more laps than is already given. But we can get through an Alan... Oh... What can you do against a moving roadblock, a moving chicane? Come on, move out the way, wave a blue flag or something, would you? Ah, look at me, I'm a lap ahead and I'm moaning that a blue flag didn't come out, but I just want to get this 103. I can't sleep tonight if I don't get the 103, please. Give me the strength, give me the power. And I'll do it. I'll get the 103 here in the French Riviera short circuit. So hard on the brakes, the front tyre's getting warm. It's probably why I lost the front on the previous lap, as a matter of fact. Alain Cordonnier ahead of us. Could Alain be our friend and give us some slip? No, he's no way. He's going to be way too slow into this left-hander here. This is on 120% difficulty, may I add. This is the hardest difficulty in the game, and they suck. Come on, move out the way. And we're what? Again, Vegas is froze. I can't say. Oh, there we are. 0.2 of a second. What's going on in this video today, guys? This is just not going to plan. Not at all. But I have camera footage back, so we'll see what we can do. We have a very, very warm front tyre, and this is going to be my penultimate attempt here. We have just one more chance after this one. We actually had a really good acceleration there, and now to the left hand side. I don't think it's certainly not going to be an improvement, but oh, no way, we got a 104.101 again. We didn't deserve that. We had a terrible lap. We bumped into Alain Cordonnier halfway around the track, and yet we still got a 104.101. Ah, goodness me. And the front tyre is now red hot. There is Ozenli. We bumped into him earlier because he didn't move out the way. But he is in the prime position right now to give us a slipstream. If we can get past him, this could be it. We're gaining a 1/10.5 on him. Use the slipstream, move out the way, please. Thank you very much. We get the braking right here and we don't lose the front. This could be the 103, right at the death of the very last lap of today's video. Lean into the right hand side. We're going to go tight to the apex here, but don't mess it up. Say hello to the marshals, because this will be the last time we're going around here for a good while. Into the right hand side, not as clean as I would have wanted. Have we got the drive? Could we pick up a little bit of slipstream here? Is this enough to win the race? Is it? No! No! A 104.067. We didn't get the 103, guys. Well, that's it from me. Excuse me while I go and delete Vegas, and I guess I'll see you all in a future video. But guys, thanks for watching. I do hope the patch notes video helped you. Let me know in the comment section down below what you've found so far. Would really like to hear from you guys, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure to make this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.